Hello everyone, I'm Darth Boy, and today I would like to do a review on Star Wars Clone Wars, the animated television series, or as I like to look at it, episode 2.5, Clone Wars, the animated movie. Why do I call it the animated movie? Well, because this is the Clone Wars, essentially. This animated series shows Anakin and Obi-Wan's adventures, and it gives you a satisfying visual experience on what Obi-Wan described in episode 4. It looks like, did you find the Clone Wars? This is the Clone Wars you think of, and it does a very good job at that. The plot of the first one is mostly action-oriented, and it's got a lot of great action scenes in them, okay? With other Jedi. You get some scenes with Kit Fisto, with Ki-Adi-Mundi, with Mace Windu, and of course with Anakin and Obi-Wan. And this is where Anakin starts to evolve from, a whiny, arrogant asshole into a Jedi Knight. He starts to become that. And of course he fights Asajj Ventress in this. And Ventress, unlike the new Clone Wars, in this she's an assassin, and Palpatine sends her, and Dooku and Palpatine send her to kill Anakin, essentially. Of course, Palpatine has other plans. Palpatine is mainly using her to basically see if he can break Anakin. And the fight between Ventress and Anakin starts off when Ventress is being stealthy and deceiving, and kind of being like how Vader was in Episode 5. And that's what I love, the homages to Episodes 4, 5, and 6. And Anakin fights Ventress in this really gorgeous animated environment. She gets Anakin's lightsaber. Anakin grabs her arms, almost breaks her hand, uses the Force, gets her lightsaber, beats her into submission, just like Luke did in Return of the Jedi. And then when she's dead, Anakin has this warrior cry like, "Go!" And you're like, yes, that is the Anakin I thought of when I thought of him in 4, 5, and 6. And then we move on to Volume 2, which really dives in more to Anakin's character, which is something I complained about in Episode 2. And in this, Anakin it's after Ventress, and you see Anakin get knighted. And when Anakin gets knighted, it is such a good scene. Oh my god, I love that scene when Anakin gets knighted. And Obi-Wan even says, it's time we stop being master and student and become brothers. And you see Anakin and Obi-Wan's friendship in this evolve. Like you said, it's no longer a master and student, but a brother relationship. And that brother relationship is shown really well in this DVD. And you see the differences between Anakin and Obi-Wan. What I love so much about this show is how it shows Anakin and Obi-Wan evolve. Is that it shows how Anakin has matured. He's become a man. He's no longer that little kid. Nor is he no longer that whiny little brat we knew in Episode 2, if you want to call him that. He's matured. And what I love so much is the trial scene. The trial scene is really good. It's where he goes and he faces his fear. And he sees Padme dying. And he also sees his robotic hand take him over and become Vader briefly. And this develops a whole theme where they're talking about how it's a choice, how Anakin has a choice. He has a choice to become a Sith. He has a choice to stay on the right path. He has a choice, meaning that it was his decision in Episode 3 to become a Sith. Oh, and how can I forget this part? There is a scene where Chancellor Palpatine, aka Darth Sidious, is being taken away by the Separatists, which is what we lead off in Episode 3 within the Jedi are trying to defend the Chancellor and also, defend Coruscant, because Coruscant is being invaded by the Separatists. And Yoda and Mace are like, yo, what's up with this? It's like they're not going for the Senate or the Capitol building unless an elaborate distraction to get Palpatine. And they're all like, oh shit, we gotta get him. But Palpatine is captured. Shakti and the other Jedi that go along with them fail. How can I forget General Grievous? General Grievous throughout this series is a badass. And he's like, it's, oh my god, it's kind of sad because Grievous was just this bad motherfucker, and in episode 3 was kind of weak, so it's a little annoying. But Mace Windu force crushed his metal piece that holds his organ, which gives him the cough after Grievous captures Palpatine. It ends with Anakin and Obi-Wan going to save Palpatine in episode 3. So what's my final verdict for this animated movie? A very high 9.8 out of 10. The reason why I give it a 9.8 is because there are some problems. It does repeat too many lines of dialogue from the original trilogy. Live long and prosper and have a great day.